Hey Blitzers, the Muffin here. The 121B offer actually just came out in the store for 15,000 gold. Comes with the camo, garage slot, 9 equipment slots. Like I said, the legendary camo. I'm going to go in and talk about this thing. 1,500 gold is a little more expensive considering some of the other tanks that at tier 9 that just came out. It's a good tank. I think it's very capable. It almost has the same feel of some of the Russian mediums if you're familiar with like the Object or the T62A, but a higher average damage gun, which I do like. But some of the recent other tier 9s like the Kempfpanzer 70, the K91, those just came out in the store for 15 bucks. This tank may come out for the same price later on for cheaper. So if you're looking still for a better deal, it very well could come in the future, but I don't know since I don't work for Wargaming, but just my opinion. So around the gold price point, it looks like you would be spending around 30, maybe 50 bucks. But honestly, a good medium. Like I had said, it's one I do like. It's a tank, like I had said, it is a medium tank, so you do want to be putting it in positions to spot the enemy, get eyes on the enemy. Here I'm coming up to support the bat chat. I'm trying to stay on flatter ground because you'll notice here in a second as I come up on this bat chat, it's not a tank that has great gun depression. It's okay, it's actually not bad, but it's not great. So it is much more of a tank that has a good turret, not a lot of hull armor. As you can see here, this STV has actually better gun depression, is able to get it down far enough to put me in a bad spot. But really trying to hyper angle it here, try to get the shot off. I was able to get that shot off luckily. But yeah, very so much a medium tank that's like a flat ground medium, wanting to put yourselves in positions to try to protect your hull around small hills, things like that, and only expose your turret as that is the strong point of your tank. So here I'm getting eyes on some of the tank destroyers, seeing E3 up there, but you can see here I had a little bit of hard time with the gun depression, so that may give you a little bit of a feel. Now they have some enemies over here that E3's kind of protected. There's an IS-7. I don't want to get really in a position to rely on my armor a ton, even though it does have a good turret over on that other left side. I want to get over kind of more to this other position where there may be hills. Now that bat chat definitely was not in a good place for that Yaguru. But honestly, like, it's got good maneuverability, good cannon. It has heat rounds as its premium ammo, so it does have a decent penetration value. And so, yeah, with this tank, I mean, for 15,000 gold, like I had said, the other tier 9s had come out in the store just recently for 15 bucks. It very well could be a tank that could come out for cheaper later on. This tank has been in the game, I think, for the last 2 years, so it's nothing that's too new. Like I said, I personally like the tank. If you know how to play with tanks that have good turrets, like good, strong, like solid turrets, not a lot of gun depression, decent maneuverability, and not great hull armor, this is a fairly noteworthy purchase. So here I'm trying to keep the eyes on the tank destroyers. I'm paying attention to the map. I've got teammates right behind me that are creating a good amount of support, allowing me to put and create a little bit more of this aggression on the enemy. And you can see that just from the maneuverability, just kind of the feel of it. I've had this tank, I think, when around the time it had first come out, and I do like this tank quite a bit. It is probably one of the medium tanks that I like just more on that scale compared to some of the others. But I do understand, I mean, 15,000 gold isn't necessarily cheap. But I mean, for a tier 9, if there were to be a tier 9 that were to come out in the tech tree, and you were to spend money in converting XP and purchasing credits with money, it would Obviously, this is a lot cheaper than that. I don't know if any of you have actually just spent money to convert free XP and buy credits, but it is pretty expensive. So in comparison to that, tier 9, it is actually not too bad. But hopefully this was a review that it helped out in making your decision. I know sometimes with these tanks and coming out, you want to see, hey, what is it like? Is it a good tank? Is it worth the money? When it first came out, I had spent more money on it, and the fact that this tank has come out now after 2 years, it's 15,000 gold, it's cheaper. However, it could come out for cheaper later on. So you may want to hold off on buying this, because like I said, this very well could come out for cheaper. But this is the Muffin here. Stay cool and keep tanking.